messaging me telling me things that I've always dreamt of and wanted to hear. Like, imagine you sometimes dream of, beat this guy yet, still don't meet him yet. You're like, one day after church on Sabbath, we'll just be like, after we eat lunch and I help clean up and wash dishes together and we laugh and whatever. I go out on the balcony, get some cool mandible hair in my face, and he just come and hold me. And he's just like, oh, bruh, these are the things that went through my mind some of the time. And I'm like, this will be our future. And I'm holding on to it sometimes. Imagine these are years before. Now I'm just trying to like, maybe I should move on. But like, this dude coming now, texting me, telling me how he wants to hold me and just say, I'm Beyonce, he want me. He love me. Bruh, did I melt in those moments? And then my mom or somebody be like, he message you, leave or whatever, and just like bring it back to reality. And I was like, okay, let me ask you about the relationship. Because I don't expect him to do that when he's in a relationship. Then he's like, no, they're not. Break up. I'm like, what? Then he's gone again. Then he's come back with something else. And it's like, I'm like, I want to melt, but I don't know if I can trust us. And then boom, he's gone back again. Then he's coming like, oh, I want you. The other people are not for me. She's not for me. And then he's gone again. And he goes back and forth and my poor little heart. And I entertained this shit. Till I remember sitting down. It's like, I did not tolerate foolishness. I put my foot down. And I said no. It's like, oh, it's just stupid. Like, oh, maybe it's so stupid. And I started like, okay. And then my aunt is like whipping me up. Is like, what if like our people are like, what if you tolerating dating? So what you tolerating in marriage? Like, I don't want this in marriage. I thought I'm just tolerating it by marriage. It would be better. Or you just. I was playing wifey when I wasn't even girlfriend. I was playing wifey when I wasn't even. Oh yeah, here's the thing of why I even was helping him. That summer, okay, I told you all the events that happened. That summer also, I insist on let's do love language. I learned about it, so I was like, let's do love language. And I found out mine is quality time, number one, but his number one is physical touch. And then everything started making sense. Why he just couldn't seem to commit and yada 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 yada. And then when he's like, I want to be with my ex, many times I was like, I love you too much to deprive you from what you need. And I love you and I want you to be happy. And if she's happier, makes you happier, I'm going to let you go. Hopefully we'll get back together because, they said if you're meant to be you, walk away, it'll come back to you or something like that. Yeah. So I was like, I love you and I want you to be happy. So if she makes you happy because she's right there. Right? That was all I was trying to approach it. But he was playing with my emotions and Yamabella again. I am a recovered Yamabella, okay? I need to make sure I emphasize recovered Yamabella. So anyways, he was doing that too often that it just started making me numb. I remember he just like making me numb. I love him. Hopefully he wanted to choose me, but he was just doing this. I'm back. Like I remember one time he was back and he's like, I'm for you. And then there's this guy that I was having a big argument with. He's married or whatever, but he's just like, see, you can't marry. Because me, I always have an argument because this guy is argumentative. Like, argumentative. I'm always arguing. And one time I was arguing while on the phone with the guy, the ex, right? And he's arguing. We're at church after church. He's arguing. He's like, you can't, no, man, whatever. And on the phone, the ex is there and he's just like listening and he's like, and the other guy's like, Mr. Okay, so what? Bye. And the ex on the phone was like, we don't argue like that. I'm like, yeah, thank God. Mind you, we haven't argued like that yet. Mind you, it's not like argue just for petty. Argue where it's like beginning of the end. Anyways. So, um, what was I saying now? So it was just a lot of back and forth, back and forth. So this was now 2016 now. By then now I'm just like, I'm learning to put my foot down. Like, do I want this in my marriage in the future? No. Learning to put my foot down now. And I'm requiring more. I don't care if you like, but I need to. I'm getting numb and just taking a lot out of me. And I think he's now getting into the beginning of the end. I think he disappeared now, and he was fully now in the relationship with the girl. And when he came back now, saying it's over, it's fully done, and whatever, something feels different. He never told me anything yet. I never saw, like, nobody told me, my friends are no longer at the school anymore, because he's a student for a long time, though, because he's supposed to graduate the same year as my sister or the year after or whatever, but he's like a student for a while now. Maybe I shouldn't say that, because people can pinpoint who he is, but as I was saying, something feel different. So now, by then, I was now requiring something, because then I was like, there's three options to making a decision. You can know you want to be with me, you know you don't want to be with me, or you can don't know and you can choose to not know. And this is what he chose to do for a year. So I was like, no more of that. So I was demanding more. But anyways, as I was saying, I felt something different. Let's just focus on that. I felt something different about him. Because if we come back to what that thing is, no, the significance of what that thing is in the future, when he started acting like, what? I was like, you no longer respect me like that. So something felt different. I was like, it felt different. And it's not even a text, just maybe the Holy Spirit was just talking to me back then, but I didn't know how to discern then. Didn't know how to discern yet fully. But it was like something felt different. I knew something happened. Something significant that we talked about, and it just feel different. Then he told me. I was like, I already knew, because like part of me just already know. And that's the next thing with me when it comes to relationship. For some reason, either the guys always tell me everything, or now I'm saying the Holy Spirit, because now I'm like, Holy Spirit always make me aware of everything. So nobody can hide. I remember my dad was like, oh, you can find somebody that is good, where it will do something and then they switch upon you when you're married, or they might cheat on you in secret. And like, for some reason, that's something I feel like I never have to worry about. They either honest with me or I always find out. So it's almost like I have this ease to rest in this space of, you will know everything. You will know, whether it's from their mouth or it will be revealed right on, and not like after you live a year. No, you will know. So I always know. And then he revealed this, and it was one of those things that I was like, oh, we're waiting till marriage type things, and he did it already. I was like, okay. But you know what, don't pressure me. We good, we Gucci, right? So now we're going forward now. I'm like demanding, I need you to know. And he's like, okay, I do want XYZ. I want it with you. Mind you, he recently ended the relationship, and I have a feeling I knew when it ended. And then no, he's like, I want it with you. So then we started getting involved again in the certain things that I did, and I started feeling guilty. I don't think I should be there. Started doing my own research about what the Bible said about these things. I was like, oh, sexual immorality. So I've been just like, yo, dude, do you understand that sometimes you're just texting their desires, but we're in the same room? Because I'm like, if we're going somewhere, we're now deciding a relationship. Now I can maybe lean into, I'll spend some money and I'll fly out to look for you, right? So, but I also make sure you're not pressuring me when we're in the same room together, okay? So I was like, these are the things I'm not gonna get to do. Mind you, some conversation I was entertaining, which is like what we do in the future type things. And I was entertaining a lot to a point. And I started realizing that not even that I shouldn't be doing. But anyways, then I'm like, these things we're not gonna do. We just want to make sure. Then he's calling me. He didn't reach there yet. The point is, he started like, what's getting upset? Mind you, this is getting now close to the end. And he's moving real weird now. But then I'm just like, moving forward, trying to, we are in a relationship, I think. And then he's telling me how he went on a date and come back to tell me that he chose me. I'm like, bruh, you went on a date? Mind you, let's pause a little bit. Let's talk about the dynamics over the years. After a while, we build a dynamic where he's like, where we're not trying to work towards something. He called me his best friend, and I wear that hat because I respected him as best friend, and I wear that hat. And there are times I wear that hat, or we're business partners because we worked on business together, and so we're doing business meetings or whatever, and so on. Because I remember one time we were at the business meeting, and he got a call. And instead of muting the call, he's like, "Yeah, babe." I'm like, keep it professional, Daniel. Keep it professional. And I kept it professional. And I continued to work, and I moved on, and So now, the time he's like, "Oh, went on a date," so I was like, put on the best friend hat while my insides burn and die furthermore. As much as quality time, it's like quality time don't even make no sense no more. Cause it's just like, you don't really want me. You just know me. It's like I'm starting to slowly realize that. So it's not you spending time with me. It's not about love, loneliness. It's hard, especially as a quality time person, to see the difference at that time. At that time, so I was just like, okay. Anyway, so I'm there fixing the problem he's having in the best friend hat, and I take out the best friend hat. I'm like, hello. Thought we were this, but yes, that's. And now I'm demanding more out of him. And it started to end, fizzle, and this is not where it really ended. All right, so now I'm telling him like he's now calling me stuck up because I'm not entertaining certain conversations because I'm really realizing I got involved too deep in certain things. I'm like, I would have had sex with him if we was in the same room type of level. I was like, bruh, God help, like those kind of level. And I realized it's not. There's something. I think that's when I started realizing there's something wrong with what I was doing because it's not helping me do what God want me to do. That's when I started really realizing and start doing my research. If my goal is wait till March, but the things I'm doing is making me want to not wait, something not right with what I'm doing. So I need to switch up. And when I switch up, if it's helping me wait, then good. If it's making me not want to wait, right? Started realizing sexual immorality, blah, 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 right? Now I'm just like hot and bothered and like morning affecting my days. And that's why I was like, okay, maybe it's a good thing I'll wait because actually, if I actually did be affecting my real beard. Anyways, yeah. So he started calling me stuck up. I was like, how you calling me stuck up when the type of things we said, the things we then that's when no Valentine's Day coming. No, I told him happy birthday. I believe I didn't get to buy him anything or something. I don't remember. Remember, Valentine's Day or birthdays are in the same month, and mine is soon after Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day rolling around. I'm like, happy Valentine's Day. He's like, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Let's pause. Adventists tend to like to say they don't celebrate Valentine's Day because it's pagan or something. I don't know, but my family never really grew up with like no for Valentine's Day, so. And I like Valentine's Day, so let's rewind back. So he's like, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Like, we don't. Me and you agreed, so we don't celebrate Valentine's. Okay, you know what? Let me not get upset. Okay, we're not celebrating Valentine's Day. I think we need to take a break. He's like, oh. And I'm like, this is something right. What if something's not right? My birthday's around now, and there's this guy on Instagram that liked me. I know he liked me. Then when you start certain conversation, you know the person liked you. But anyways, we're texting and I'm telling the guy when he's asking if I have a boyfriend, and I'm like, I'm in something that's it's rough. Basically, I'm basically saying I'm in a relationship. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not. I'm gonna be like that side. I know he like me, so I'm gonna be clear. I'm kind of in something, and then he's like asking me about it. I tell him about it. I end up telling him his Facebook and talking about it and whatever, whatever, whatever. Then tutus right before my birthday. The guy sending me back screenshots of a girl and the guy that I'm supposed to be on a break, but maybe going somewhere. I kind of knew that something just not. Don't know if I'm starting to regret thinking it going far. Anyways, they're like conversation between him and a girl. How did he get this conversation? What's going on here? Alright, he's flirting. I've seen that before. I've been in a video calling, and he's testing out glasses at one glasses store. He's flirting with them. So, okay, let's look past that because it could be innocent flirting. Let's get to the meat of things. She asked if you have a girlfriend. You said no. You said no. I got pissed. It's right before my birthday. Now, do not answer my calls now. And I'm like, mind you, we weren't working together on some stuff. Like, we're not really talking that well, but he needs help on editing some resume and work stuff and whatever. And I was helping me with it. So I help him with it, but then we know we're not good. And then I'm calling him, he's not answering my calls. I'm like, cool. So then my birthday come along, I was like, on my birthday, I call, answer the call. I was like, hey, it's my birthday. It's like, oh, happy birthday. I was like, okay, yeah. That's not why I called. And I went straight to it, and I just tell you, and I would go unload. Then, mind you, before we get there, the person that sent me the screenshot revealed that he was behind the secret female account, so he was catfishing the person, trying to see if he's loyal. I did not approve of this guy. I didn't know this guy before, and I didn't know. And then I unsent some messages so he cannot do that again. But I did not know he would have done that. Like, I did not know he would have done that. But he catfished the person to see if he was loyal to me, like I was loyal to him, and that's he revealed to me. So I break it to him like, okay, this is dude the head of fail code, and he's like, but here's the problem. It's not even that. It's the fact that you still said no. But I even acknowledge we're in something, and we're in the rough patch. But you said no, and that was the beginning of the end on my birthday. On my birthday. And then there was like a moment where I thought it was going to start back, and then I demanded more of him, and he could not give it to me. And then I realized, oh, it's not supposed to go anywhere. It was just to show that, it's not going to give you what you need. So I was like, bye. I don't know if a lot of this story has a lot of red flags I should have seen before. I was young. My first major boyfriend. I had a couple in high school, but he was just like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Because I wanted a boyfriend, and I prayed for a boyfriend, and I wanted to say I have a boyfriend, and we talk, and it's almost like a friend, but nothing more, right? I forgot to mention that at the end of it, he was all, not just like calling me stuck up or whatever, prude. He was also saying I was acting different, and then he's saying, oh, why didn't I want him when he wanted me, which he was referring to the early first time when there was an established something at the beginning. Live and you learn, and there's so many complexities to this whole story. I can't even put in the 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's the 3 parts or whatever amount of parts I made this video. So yeah, and so when it fizzled out, eventually the most I did was like message him a long reason why I can't be with you. Like, these are major deal breakers. I even categorized major deal breakers, tolerable, and then there is possible things. And I just told him, and next time I think I said another thing cussing him out. But anyways, When he tried again, he's just by then I was at peace at the decision. No, I still love them. And occasionally for a good like year or two was like occasionally I check up for that he's alive and he's good. Yeah, I haven't done that in years. And then I remember I used to track when was the last time I did that. I was like, it's been a month. I didn't check his profile. I didn't feel the urge to check his profile. Okay, good. And I was just like, I can't even pinpoint the last time. And I think the last time I put up, I was like a Skype. I went back to Skype. I was like, oh, that's your, oh yeah. Long time and I use Skype. But yeah, I don't even have your other friend here anymore. Throwback. Yeah, learn from the mistake if you're trying to learn. Or be entertained. I was a Yamabella. You was. I hope you can see the difference. Because there's a time, like, I remember, like, I had a moment where I was like, he's the future, and then he tried to think about walking down the aisle, and something kind of indicated it was him, but then it's like, everything else, like, here's the thing. I'm an imaginative person, so I have to, now I start realizing, when I start can see a future with somebody, I can start kind of see some things. But that's it. When no it's God, I will stop everything. Make sure you understand and see. Because with him, even God, there's what God, because I was like, when it comes to Raheem now, I remember I was frustrated with that. Like, I remember dreaming about walking down the aisle to my ex. So, it can't be God. And God was like, hold up. And I thought it was you then. And God was like, hold up. So at the time during those, I think it was the limbo stage or the roller coaster stage, I remember thinking, this guy is amazing. If I have to leave, I can provide somebody better. So I was like, you remember that? This is me providing somebody better. You keep holding on to something you know you should have left. You know you should have left. You've left many times. You still went back. You know you should have left. That was you. I didn't even have to tell you to leave. And I even said that you should leave, but you still went back. Now note the difference. I made sure you see the difference. I set it up that you had no doubts and see things that you didn't even remember. These are things that you had as a child that you like a lot of things that I thought was too childish to think of or dream of wanting. Or I grew up and started being rational about be like, no, that don't make no sense, So I got is like, I'm going to give your child a dream come true. Not your adult. Adult you is just too boring. Adult you is too limited. You were a baby, a child. You like little things. I remember when 2020 come and God was like, look upon Raheem A.R. Fowler. Look at him good. Now look at this. Oh yeah, remember when you dreamt of wanting this? You were about 8 and you thought about it, or 10. Remember that? Little insecurities I was like kind of worried about, but I was just like, you know what? Not insecurities, little things I was like, wonder if this would be a problem in marriage. And I was like, oh, look here. Remember you were worried about that? I got that covered. And then God's like, oh, watch me show you that I chose him versus who you think I chose him. You gonna think of a question and I'm gonna make him tell you everything in detail the next day. The next day, or even the first time I met him around the time I had questions about things I shouldn't need to know, and his mom, him and more, I tell me in detail. Things I dreamed of, like new dreams. Like these are no new dreams since leaving the ex. And I remember thinking about these little things, and he's just embodying it. Guys, like, this is me. This is me. This is me. Not that way you think it's me because you put us like you're like this is what you think you want and you're like this seems like what God would approve. No, that's not me. This is me. Watch me run things. Let me show you. Let me bring the guy. You said that was me. Then that was not me. I allowed it for my purpose till I tell it's time to go. And allow you to think it was me so that you can see the difference. Yeah, I remember like now that I was like, God is like, no, note the difference. You were at peace. I remember when I wrote that poem before I meet Raheem, I was like, I was never really at peace. And as soon as we meet him, it's like this peace is cool. And God's like, note the difference. And I even make sure you come right after I gave you the inspiration that this is the type of person you want. And I remember just sitting there, I was like, getting ready for a future husband. I was like, all right, think about this kind of person. I was like, yeah, start writing down that poetry about peace and whatever. Okay, that's the kind of guy I want. A few weeks later, meet Ryan. A few days later or a few weeks later, I was like, why do I feel at peace? I want to just cave into this. What? Oh, okay. Focus. I was like, remember that? That was me. Note the difference. I was telling you how I was a Yamabella or a Yamhead. Yeah. I don't know what else to say because I was a Yamabella. Somebody who God did not provide. And in some way God was like, all right, I need you to put some effort. Right? You're not gonna do it on your own. I'm gonna tell you what to do. You're gonna do it in obedience, even if it don't make no sense. Because I have a purpose. So what you see in the last 12 plus months is me no one song go Yamabella. Yeah, sorry. But as you seen the last 14 months was all out of obedience, not out of natural. Oh my goodness, I love how I'm gonna lean into it type of thing. I just explained what was the lean into it type of thing, think of the future husband type thing. As much as God said it, I was just like, okay, I get it, but like he's not even giving me nothing. The guy's like, just trust me. Just trust me. So that's what you see is just trust me. And obedience, not obsession. Not the Yamabella. I wasn't Yamabella for Raheem. That was more like God said. Even though it don't make no sense. So that was that is when I was a Yamhead, a Yamabella. But my friend has emphasized that no, Sammy moved from Yamhead to
it was not just a Yamhead, it was a Dashian.
here I
know. Walk in, you was every time I in. Everything we could have found in that farm. Oh, you make Magali pick a Daniel, Jesus! No, Steve, get the fuck out of here. No, sir.
So according to her, I am not just a Yamid. I am more than a Yamid.
Daniel, you really go for YouTube on that?
Go do what?
Make violin.
And on YouTube, me send it to him directly.
No, no, say you're going to learn how to make it.
Yes, and when I have it, you know I could find it. I edited in this. Yes, I edited it. As I've shared before, if I give so much, mind you, as I said, I wrote like 5 pages, 10 pages worth of stuff to him multiple times. I think I have one of them that I didn't send. I'm sent in the mail, email. How much things me send this guy when I was a Yamabella? And this guy gave me less than bare minimum. Less than bare minimum. And I gave him so much. Now that I'm not a Yamabella, I am not a Yamabella. I require more than bare minimum. Because I will give. I naturally want to give a lot of love. Give like naturally, willingly, abundantly like that. So I'm going to protect myself and make sure I'm not left empty like I did before. I don't take bare minimum no more. And I didn't even give bare minimum. But I don't take bare minimum.